What's up, Bomb Squad? It's TNT episode 68. It is a Saturday show on a Saturday for us, but of course for you, it's Monday as you're listening to this, or Tuesday. I don't know. You're not listening to it on the Saturday though. That's for damn sure.
I tell you that, yeah.
How you doing? Not working today?
Yeah, doing great, Tom. Worked about like 13 days in a row with like one day off. Something crazy like that. So I got a weekend now. I got the weekend off. I'm happy. I'm doing good, Tom. Doing real good.
You know, just living like an American right now with an actual weekend.
Yeah.
Big news to the Bomb Squad. The Ghost Peppers are here, and they will be ingested by Tones at the end of the show. And I cannot wait. The Ghost Peppers, if you YouTube like people just eating Ghost Peppers, it is terrible. And even if you just drink milk, I still think it's like going to be a disaster for you. But you have said on the record that, I mean, you have nipples of steel, which has been proven. And then you said that you have a high capacity for handling like hot wings.
Yeah, I do like hot wings, but this is the hottest pepper in the world. So we'll see. I'm not, I've been trying to avoid the videos ever since I've been challenged to this, but like one of them happened to pop up my Instagram feed the other day. And I was like, I don't want to do this.
Yeah, we'll translate it well into audio. So you're just like, my idea of it is like you eat it and you're just like, okay, my tongue is tingling and now my throat. Like you just have to give a play-by-play of how your body is reacting to such a substance like the ghost pepper.
Yeah, I mean, it's a very good chance you'll be hearing a play-by-play of my death.
Yeah, it could just be you like dry heaving and throwing up and dumping milk all over yourself, you know, but. With the Saturday show today, we're going to lead off with our world famous segments, 4-pack of questions, and then we will punish you at the end of the show. So, with that being said, let's get into our segments. Hit it, Taylor Hicks. All right. And our first segment, of course, for the Saturday show is a horse race. Feeling really good about this one. I got Aztec Sense for $20, who is... right now, when I bet them 3.5 to 1. No, I'm sorry, 2.5 to 1. So we'll see. We have a pause right now, and we'll see what his odds jump up to. And
I got the 10 horse Mo Don't Know,
35 to 1.
But I bet him to show.
For how much?
$10 a show.
That's a good bet.
Yeah, I mean, I figured, Mariano just got inducted to the Hall of Fame unanimously, the first ever. So I figured ride that Mo train.
Yep. And the track is muddy. It is raining. It's muddy. It's thick. It's gross. And I did my classic. I looked at all the horses. Didn't care about the odds. I just looked at the one who I thought was going to win based on just body language. And I am confident on my boy Aztec Sense. So let me get to the action here. Okay.
All right. Let me know before you start it.
Okay.
Are you fast forwarding?
I am fast forwarding.
Okay.
All right. They're in the gates. Are you ready?
Almost. I'm ready.
Okay.
Well, this guy's not on the course.
Racing in the Fred Hooper.
It's the Fred Hooper, ladies and gentlemen.
Fellowship is up on the outside. There goes Coppertown. Offensive minded.
Guess who's in first?
Coppertown will contest the issue early with Aztec Sense. Breaking Lucky put into the race as well.
Aztec Sense, you guessed it.
Toward the inside. Here's the Big Gray Conquest, Big E.
Your 10 horses, last place.
He's he's hanging back.
Shakes out. Under Alex Cintron behind an opening quarter and 23 seconds flat. Down the backstretch they go. There's 5 furlongs left.
Come on, Aztec. $20 to win. 2.5.
I don't even see my horse in the screen right now.
The field is catching up. But I got the rail. Who's your other horse other than 10?
I just got the one.
The one. There is no one.
No, just the one horse, I mean.
Just the one. Okay. Gotcha. This is a fucking nail biter. This is a tie one. Come on, Aztec!
Oh, there's my horse. Way back there.
Last place.
Many chances in the Fred Hooper with a quarter of a mile left to go. Aztec Sense comes away with the lead.
Come on, Aztec Sense! Where is the audio? Come on! Come on, Aztec Sense! Hold it! Hold him off! Come on, Aztec Sense! Run harder! Keep it going. Come on. Go, 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 go. I knew it. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Your guy came in dead last. You suck at this. That's what I'm talking about, baby. $20 on him to win, and he won the goddamn race. That's how confident I was just by looking at him. I saw him, and I was just like, look at this guy. He's just looking at this mud, just like, yeah, I know how to run in this. Everybody else was just like, sucks out here. This blows. And he came through in the clutch. Look at that. I don't think I won that much. I'm not like, but it's still a $20 bet, on a
I mean, it was in his, it's in his genes. His father was a mutter, and his mother was a mutter.
They're born in the mud.
Naturally, he's a mutter.
He's a mutter. All right. Let's take that fucking victory roll right into segment 2, which was It Was All a Dream. Okay. So you dreamt up a storm last night.
Yeah, I had multiple dreams.
What happened?
So first one was kind of quick. There wasn't a whole lot to it, but I was watching the new season of Game of Thrones started, right? And so now you could kind of understand, what I'm talking about now. So for some reason, Cersei Lannister was talking to Ned Stark. Somehow he came back alive. I don't know. And she had him in a dungeon, and she was explaining to him, listen, if you do what I say, I'll let you out of here, blah, 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 whatever. And she was just she had some diabolical plan going. I don't remember what it was, but all while she's explaining this, some guy just walks in and just fucking shoots her in the head.
With a gun?
With a gun. And that was that. That was that dream. That was just very out of place.
So Cersei got shot.
Yeah. And then he just goes to Ned. He's like, come on, let's get out of here.
And you were you there kind of in the background with your eyes, or?
Yeah, no, I mean, I wasn't they weren't interacting with me, but I was kind of in the scene. It was like you're watching a 3D movie or something. You were there.
Yeah.
But they weren't talking to me or acknowledging me. I was just watching.
Yeah.
And then the other dream. So I'm trying to remember. I wrote this down. I woke up and I was half asleep, and I wrote this down because I knew this is fucking weird.
Yeah.
I went to some mall. I parked my car there. And I left the car to go to a friend's house because there was some football game on. I don't know. Maybe it was a Super Bowl. I don't even know what game it was.
Mm-hmm.
But I stayed there for a day and a half. It was kind of the thing where you spend the night, whatever, wake up the next day, maybe get some breakfast.
A little sleepover.
Yeah, a little sleepover. Brought my sleeping bag.
Yep.
My blankie. Anyway, I came back to the mall. My car was gone.
Oh, God.
So I was just okay. I wasn't panicking about it. I was just because when I parked there, it was packed, right? Could barely find a spot. And I came back and there was no cars there. So it was I just realized that these guys just decided to be dicks and just tow basically every car that was in the mall.
Oh my God.
So I went to the I guess the security guard of the garage, and I was just hey, can you just tell me where my car is? And I was yeah, I'll give you the number. You could call the tow company. So I called them, and they were just yeah, we got your car. It's $100 to get your car back. But the problem is you have a cracked radiator, and we legally can't give it back to you unless you give us $800. I was just and then I started flipping out on these guys. I was my car drove just fucking fine on the way in here. And then you
your car got towed by a mechanic that works for the government.
Yeah, I was getting fucked from all angles, and I was even if there is actually a cracked radiator, it's your fucking fault because my car drove just fine before I came in here. So you're gonna fix it for free. You're gonna give me my fucking car. Yeah. And then I don't know, that was it. But I was just real pissed about that. They towed my car, and they're yeah. I don't know if that's a thing, having a cracked radiator. I don't know if that's even
Yeah, I think it is. Okay. But $800 is pretty extreme, and for the government to be we can't legally give it back to you because it's broken and it's not safe to drive. It's just fuck. That would be the worst. Yeah. As a guy, the resident guy who's had to deal with getting your car towed, it is a nightmare. And the way that they tow cars too, wouldn't be surprised if the guy just fucking rumbling to himself I fucking hate my job. He's hooking it up and the radiator cracks. Fuck it,
I guess he's taking a hook and just stabbing it through the car. There you go, drag it, crack it.
Yeah. But yeah, that's a stressful dream. Couple dreams right there.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even I don't know. It wasn't weird because I wasn't like stressed out. I was just like, these fucking dicks. Like they just ruined my car, and then they're gonna like hold it ransom and charge me all this money to fix it. I was like, you fucked it up. Like I drove here just fine. There wasn't any problems, no funny sounds, nothing. And then you tow it, and all of a sudden there's a cracked radiator. I wonder how the fuck that happened.
Yeah, bastards. Is that all happened last night?
Yeah, those were all last night, and there was a couple more that I can't really remember. But the radiator one specifically, I woke up at like 6 a.m. I was like, I gotta write this down. I fell asleep like 3 times trying to write it down. Like just kept dozing off. I was like, oh, gotta finish.
So, I didn't write these down. That's how like vivid they are. One of them happened 2 weeks ago, and I was like kind of wait because we were gonna record. And like I kind of got pushed off because my internet is all fucked, and I finally got it fixed today. But I'll get to that one in a second because I had one last night. It was real quick. I was in a classroom, and it seemed like I was like a kid again, like 8th grade sort of thing. And my teacher was Susan Sarandon, I think is the actress.
Okay.
Have you ever seen Stepmom with Julia Roberts?
No.
The other mom is Susan Sarandon. Yeah, redhead,
kind of like bug eyes, kind of.
Yes. Yeah. With the long curly hair. Yeah. She was the teacher.
Okay.
And we were sitting there, and it's hard to kind of explain, but she's like, yeah, we're going to watch a movie. So like you get that excitement you get as an 8th grader. You're just like, fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Movie time. Like we don't have to actually sit here and like learn.
When they like roll in the TV with the straps hanging it on the thing.
Exactly. Yeah. But it turned into like, she was like, this is going to be an all day thing. Like this is going to be a 24-hour session where like you have to sleep here, and we're going to roll the tape.
So literally all day, 24 hours. Like we have to watch film. So we're like sitting there, and it wasn't really that bad. Later, it was just like weird. Like people got tired, and I was fucking tired. And then all of a sudden I was laying on a bed, and there were like 5 other kids on the bed. Like, you know, like a couple buddies, like, you know, the other bed, we were just sitting there just talking about how ridiculous this is that like, I just want to go to bed. Like, and we're still in Susan Sarandon's classroom watching fucking Bill Nye the Science Guy. Like, it's ridiculous. I ended up waking up from that. So that, you know, happened. But the one that happened a few weeks ago was really fucking, I don't know. It was interesting. So it was in Asbury Park. It was at like a buddy's apartment, kind of, but like his backyard had to have been at least 7 acres of land. Right. Okay. Going straight through, like it would be in Georgia, just land that leads to the ocean. Right. And I'm like, you know, it's a dream. I'm just like, how the fuck do you have this? Like, I didn't even ask. But all of a sudden there's a massive party going on. So like we're in the little house, and in the backyard, there's just like, it might as well be a music festival, just like thousands of people, just a massive crowd. So the first thing I remember, I had the task of going to get this thing made of pure glass that was really heavy. And I had to bring it from upstairs in the basement to like the kitchen and get it outside to the huge field where the music festival was. And I was carrying it up, and it was really heavy. And it was like, you know, I'm really trying to concentrate, make sure I don't drop this in front of like the entire world at this point. And as I'm getting out of the door to get outside, it stumbles and it falls, and the glass hits everywhere. So, you know, like that buzzkill moment where you're at a really killer party and you fuck up and everybody just stops and looks at you. Yeah. And it's just like, like you dropped a glass bottle of beer or something like that. That's what happened. But at a massive like magnitude where it's like, oh shit, Tom fucked up. Like, oh my God. Everybody was waiting for giant glass sculpture or whatever, and you bring it out and you fucking break it and just ruin the whole festival.
Exactly. It was bad. So I was like, shit. So I got a dustpan and I start sweeping it up. It was very vivid. And then all of a sudden, like I'm looking out into the crowd of like thousands and thousands of people. Had to be at least like 80,000 people.
Oh, wow.
And a couple fights started to break out like on the left side of the crowd. So I'm looking at it, and then it starts to spiral out of control. But this is technically a house party. Like in Asbury Park. This isn't like a festival. This is technically like we've had buddies come over to like party, and like it's starting to get a little rowdy. So like we're in the house, and all of a sudden like all 80,000 people start getting into a fight. Just like a bunch of grease balls from like Middletown or something. They just like they collide with like Freehold. I don't fucking know. And like they just start fighting. And I'm just sitting there just like, this is getting really bad. I got to get out of here. So once I start to go to the front door, cops are just like pretty much the SWAT team is coming. Like they got like the army coming. Yeah. That's how bad it is. And then like I pretty much try to hide upstairs, and I don't remember if I got caught or not, but then all of a sudden I woke up and it was the next day. And one of my best friends, Ed, who's like couldn't be a nicer guy in real life, was the biggest asshole for the rest of the dream. Like he was busting my balls so bad to the point where I was like gonna cry in the dream.
What about dropping the statue?
No, it was just about anything. I was just like, I'll ask him a question like, you know, like, hey, where's like the cereal? And he'd be like, we fucking idiot. Like, you know, simple things like that. And I'm like, God, you're such a jerk right now. It went on forever. Made no sense. And then
that whole part of the dream with the riot sounds like the end of Mother.
Yeah, it was like it was that, but it was a music festival on 7 acres of land, you know, just a wide open battlefield. It turned into like a legitimate Civil War battle.
Jeez,
like just an endless sea of people, and a couple fights started here and there, and then it just turned into a full on war. And it was all like outside the back porch of this little house where I dropped the whatever crystal thing I was carrying while sweeping it up with my dustpan. I looked out and I'm like, oh my God, this is gonna get bad quick. I have to get out of here. Bam. Yeah. The army's here. Like I can't get caught. It's like getting caught with like underage drinking times a billion.
Yeah.
But
that's wild.
Yeah. So that happened. That was like 2 weeks ago too. I was dying to share that. Shout out the Heat like that one.
Yeah. That's yeah. So I mean, did you ever figure out like what they did with the people that started the fight, or like how they subdue it?
No, we woke up the next day and we were like, we're not in trouble. And Ed, my buddy, was just like busting my balls like the rest of the day at the same house. There's nobody out in the yard anymore. It was fine. We were just like at this place, like it would be a regular party that we hosted. And like day after, like, you know, we're kind of just reflecting, but he's being a dick. The whole time.
I mean, it's an interesting move that, you know, there's basically like a full.
You froze. Hold on. Rewind. What'd you say?
I said it's an interesting move on your part that, you know, there's basically a full-fledged riot at your buddy's house, and then the army shows up and you're like, you know, let's just sleep this off.
Yeah. Like, I mean, I thought I was screwed. Like I was like, I'm gonna go hide upstairs. Like that would work. Yeah. But like the sound of the sirens was terrifying. Like, oh my God, we're so busted. Like this party really got out of control. 80,000 people outside just like killing each other. You know, this is on our hands. And then I just woke up and it's like it never happened. But we were in the same house, and you know, maybe he was busting my balls over dropping the glass thing. I'm not sure.
Yeah. I just picture like the army men. They come upstairs, they find you guys just like sleeping. They're like, oh, they're sleeping. We won't bother them. It's okay.
They have nothing to do with it. But crazy what the mind does when you're asleep. It's always fun to talk about. All right, let's go to our third segment here, which is haikus. All right. Would you like to go first?
Sure.
Okay.
So this one, I just want to preface, my brother helped me write it.
Okay.
Okay. The whore was hungry.
The whore was hungry.
It was all you could eat cock. Okay. Her holes were all filled.
Okay, and this is a basic one. The whore was hungry. Room full of cocks. Like happy Thanksgiving, you know. You're gonna have a food baby. You're gonna have actually real babies at this point when we're talking about cocks. It's a Game of Thrones thing. It's like a hungry whore who is craving cocks. So, like in Game of Thrones, I was just watching the Tyrion Squire. For saving Tyrion, he rewarded him with the whores, and he fucked them so good that he came back and returned Tyrion's gold. And was just like they didn't even want to take the money. It did it so good. Those whores were this whore. They were just hungry for cock. They're starving for cock. Yeah,
they were just happy to have someone feed them to fulfill their appetite of cock.
Do you think there's this like a girl, like there's got to be like in history, a girl who's had a cock in every orifice possible in her body, like 2 in her ears, 2 in her eyes, like a bunch in her mouth, few like, you know.
This is getting dark. I mean, like you just skull fucking people now? I mean.
Well, I'm just starting up here, head down. I mean, we'll get vagina, of course, is probably being like, you know, as many as you can get in there. And then I think that covers all the holes, right? Nostrils, ear holes, mouth, eyes. That is a skull fuck, yeah. And then the vagina. But she likes it. We didn't leave the eyes out of it.
Don't forget the butt.
And the butt, of course.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough with the ears unless you have like a really small dick. You know, there's not much. I mean, unless, you know, someone's just kind of just like.
I'm pretty sure ear fucking is the thing.
I saw it on Family Guy. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
I think they were joking though. I don't think you could actually fuck someone's ear. You break their eardrum.
Yeah, but if you're just nice and gentle with it, like, I don't know. Who knows?
I mean, I'm sure there's someone somewhere that has an ear fetish where they're just kind of like, oh, just like plain like.
Let me shove my thin dick in there.
Well, not even like that. Just like kind of, just like waving it around, just smacking the ear a little. Like, I don't think you could actually fit it in unless you have like a micro penis. I don't think you could actually fit a dick in an ear hole.
Yeah.
But there's definitely, I guarantee you, there's someone somewhere that has like thought about it or at least tried.
Yeah. Or maybe you're like one of those like psychos. Like, this is huge in the gay community. People with the big wide earrings in their earlobes when they're like big, like, look like somebody shot your earlobes with a shotgun. Who the fuck? Right? What are you people out there who have that? You look terrible.
Yeah.
I've seen some really attractive guys roll through here and have those, and I'm just like, gross. Like,
it's a big gay thing, right? Like,
I mean, like, a lot of gay people have the big circles, but I know plenty of straight people have them too.
Yeah.
And they're like the same people who wear like the shark tooth like necklace that's like strangling them, like those kinds of people.
Yeah.
Like, if you have that, like, oh god, your saggy ass ears. Oh,
it's weird because it starts as like they start like a regular piercing and they slowly get bigger and bigger and they just stretch it out, and all of a sudden you got like you said like a big saggy fucking drooping earlobe.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you, a Mayan? Like, Jesus, bro.
I mean, there's definitely people that have tried fucking that. I guarantee it.
Yeah,
just lube it up a little bit and right in.
Right.
Yeah. No. So if you want to go with that ear fucking, that's definitely possible. I think that's definitely happened more than once.
Exactly. And then the nostrils are probably a little tough. Nostrils are probably tough.
Yeah. Again, I feel like that's just like something you might just like slap it around with your dick. Like, you don't actually try and fuck a nostril. You're just like, I'm just gonna fucking give her a bloody nose real quick.
Jesus. Yeah. So that's I mean, that's what I got out of Heiko. Yeah. Just a cock hungry whore who just wants, cock in every orifice possible.
Now, I guarantee you there's been someone that has had cum in every hole.
Oh.
That's different. That's different. Like, if someone's just coming in the ears, noses, mouths, butts, vaginas.
Yikes.
Yeah, that's definitely happened. But yeah, as far as the dicks in every hole, I don't think it's physically possible.
No. Yeah. But cum. Ugh.
Cum could get anywhere.
Yeah. Just pour it in the ear, pour it in the nose, mouth. It's just like blow your nose, cum comes out. Gross. It's terrible. Anyway. Okay. Move on to my haiku here. Shout out your brother on that one.
Yeah. Yeah, he helped with that.
Nice work. Okay. The old man was fat. He went to grab a pizza. The winds blew westward.
So the old man was fat. He went to get a pizza. The winds blew westward. So this is what I'm gathering. I'm imagining the protagonist, the old man, that he was in the midst of some kind of biblical storm, right? Like, Hurricane Katrina, or like one of these big like storms where there's just flooding everywhere.
An F5.
An F5. Exactly. Category 5. So he's like, I'm fat. I ran out of food in the house. I need to get a pizza, but the streets are flooded. So he builds himself a little makeshift raft somehow that holds him up, even though he's so fat. And he sets sail, and he's starting to go. He's going in the right direction, but all of a sudden the winds blow westward, but the pizza shop is eastward. Oh. He's just stuck floating down the street the wrong way. Tale's old as time.
That's a good way of looking at it. He's like, he sees a Little Caesars light and he's paddling towards it. Somehow Little Caesars is open. And then the winds pick up. No. And then like you never see the old fat man again. It's like,
yeah, he ends up wasting away.
Margaritaville. But the opposite.
Yeah, no, so I think that's what happened. I think, like you said, Little Caesars, I mean, they got the hot and ready. Like, you don't even need it to be open. Like, they're just always hot and ready. You just go pick one up, even if it's a little soggy. Pizza's pizza.
It's just like, they're hot and ready. Like, I don't care if there's a hurricane, they're already hot and ready. You just gotta come pick them up if you want.
Yeah.
And he was just like, all right, I'm in.
Their pizzas are just perpetually hot and ready. Doesn't matter. You don't need electricity. You don't need an oven.
Like, we're not gonna throw him out. Like, I know it's a hurricane, but like, get a guy in there. Like, oh, he doesn't have to make the pizza. He just like, if somebody comes in, they're already ready. Just pick him up and get out of there. Old fat man was trying to do that, and then all of a sudden the winds picked up, and then he blew into no. Oh man. All right. Okay, that's haikus. Let's move to the next segment here, which is a Tones Bones. Okay. So I got a bone. I got a fucking bone here. And this is going to get personal, but I don't think the person who I'm going to get personal with listens to this. I got a wedding invite, right? Nice. I'm very excited about it. Happy that they're getting married. It's like, it's all good. I told them, I was like, yeah, that sounds good. But I get to save the date in the mail the other day. So it's Saturday, October 5th, which is right in the fucking heart of football season, which is okay because they're both from New Jersey. I'm like, okay, like, easy. Like, you go to the wedding, wake up early, get back Sunday morning, catch the game. This wedding is in a fucking old movie theater in, what is it? Riverhead, New York. Do you know where Riverhead, New York is?
No, where is that?
Google Riverhead, New York right now. I want you to Google Riverhead, New York.
Okay, let's see. I'll pull up the Google Maps. Okay. Google map contraption.
It's going to be like a live action of what I was looking at.
Okay. Oh, let's see. Oh, Riverhead. That sounds like a nice area. Let's see.
What am I saying? Yeah, it sounds like a nice little place. Where is it? Like, is it like right outside of Manhattan or something? Like, quick little train ride in, train ride out, back for the Bucks game, even if we have a London game that week at 10:30,
like, it is at the end of Long Island, basically.
It is at the top of Long Island. It might as well be Europe. It might as well be Afghanistan. That's a 5.5-hour drive without fucking traffic to get up there on a Saturday for a fucking wedding. If you get married during football season and you're going to have a destination wedding, even if you're going to call it New York, that is a destination wedding, go fuck yourself. I am sick of people trying to get married during football season. The Bucks are more important than you. I'm sorry. The football is way beyond you and your stupid movie theater fucking wedding. I don't want to go sit I hate theaters. I've said that a million times. I don't care for anybody who wants to be in a theater. And most of all, and I mean most of all, I have no interest of going to see you get married in one on a Saturday before a Bucks game if it's a 5.5-hour fucking drive back to go catch the game at 1 o'clock. Okay, I might luck out and get a 4 o'clock game that week, but if it is a 1 o'clock game or God forbid a 10:30 game in London, I am not going to this fucking wedding. All right, I don't care if I lose friends over it. I do not give a shit. I should have known. Okay, fucking end of rant.
Yeah,
Saturday, 5.5 hours away. Are you kidding me? If I go to that wedding, I'm going to show my face and leave at 6 p.m. right when it starts. I got to get out of here. It's your fucking fault for doing this during football season, you fucking moron. What's wrong with April? It's nicer. That's when the Masters is. It's when everybody's happy. Why would you get married during football season? It means that you're fucking clueless and don't understand what men are all about.
Yeah, no, I mean, and regardless of football season or not football season, I mean, that is way out in the ass end of Long Island. I mean, it's about
all the way in the top of the strip of Long
I'm looking
Island.
at it. It's about like 20 miles away from Montauk, which is like a very
There is a 95% chance that I'm going to call him and just be like, I'll send you a wedding gift. I ain't going. There's no way. I didn't know it was going to be up. If you told me straight up that it was going to be up that north, I would have looked it up, realized that it was on a Saturday before a very important NFL game that's coming up. I mean, like, you have a whole September under your belt of football season, and then like it's the first game of October. That is prime time to start making your season into something.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a fucking tight spot.
It's funny. I typed it in, and before I even saw where it was, I saw that it said it was 60 miles away from me. I'm like, oh God.
And you live all the way up there.
Yeah, I'm in New York. It's like 60 miles away from me. I was holy shit.
I texted my buddy. I was just like, how the fuck do you plan on getting there, by the way? He was just like, what do you mean? I was just like, dude, nobody ever told me that it was like, it might as well be Vermont. It's all the way. It's like 7 hours away.
Yeah. And Long Island, getting onto Long Island and off of Long Island is always a fucking nightmare.
Oh my God. If it's a 4 o'clock game, I still am going to leave at 5 a.m. the next day.
Just to make sure.
I'm not missing a Bucks game for anything on this planet. There is literally nothing I will miss the Bucks for. I mean, like it's well documented in the family. Like if you die and you decide to have your funeral on Sunday at 1, like the guy who died goes into the grave knowing that I will not be there.
Yeah.
But fair. but I will still be sad. I'll, pay homage my own way. But if you have shit at Sunday at 1, I'm not going to be there. The only time I had to almost miss a game was my fucking cousin wanted to get married on New Year's and ruin everybody's fucking time. And it was a Sunday at 1 wedding, and I had to go because it was my cousin. So I was like, fuck it. So I sat in the back and had my phone and watched the game on my phone, and I had no problem seeing it. Even though we were already out of the playoffs, people were just like, "Oh, Tom, the Bucks, the season's over. They suck." I'm like, I don't give a rat's ass. I'm not missing a fucking snap ever. It's my oath, like my Game of Thrones oath.
It's a sad oath. I'm not gonna lie, but you're a man.
One day it will pay off.
You're a man of principle, and I respect that.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the GPS right now, and it's about a 2-hour drive for me to get there.
I'm not going. I better just call him and just tell him I'm not going, because it's Saturday right now. It's going to be the same exact fucking thing.
Yeah, you got to check. See, maybe you have a bye week. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, it's so embarrassing. I have to text him like, I don't know if I can go until the schedule gets released. Like, I really can't tell you. Like, if it's Sunday at 1, like, I'm not going to be there. I'm sorry. Yeah. Maybe I'll Skype in and check in, but like, I'm sorry. If you want to throw away the friendship over it, I completely understand. But like, that's just how I roll, bud. His fiance works at BuzzFeed too. That's all I'll say. I don't want to get into it. She's really nice, but I mean, you work at BuzzFeed. Jesus Christ, lame. Let me give you my 10 reasons why I'm not fucking going to your wedding. Anyway,
slideshow, send it.
Yeah, I'll send a fucking slideshow of the schedule. Show why I'm not gonna go. Like 10 slides showing why this matchup at 1 o'clock is so fucking vital. Every week's important in the NFL. I ain't missing a game, especially not for a wedding or a funeral or anything, really. If the world was ending and they're just like, you have to evacuate Baltimore, I'm going to be like, well, no, I can't. The game's on tomorrow. Maybe after if there's time, but I'll probably be drunk. So Monday, we're looking at Monday evacuation.
Are they really going to keep playing the game if the world is ending?
Well, if it's canceled, I'll leave. Yeah, but if it's very hard to get an NFL game canceled.
Yeah, yeah, it's true.
But it did happen to us once
a
couple years ago because of that fucking hurricane. They just like took away our bye week instead and ruined the year.
I mean, that worked out perfectly. Where both of you guys just happen to have the same bye week. It's like, oh, we'll just reschedule
two markets nobody gives a rat's ass about. Like, we'll just take away their bye week. They got to play 16 games in a row. It ruined everything. Ruined the season right before it even started. But anyway, enough about that. You got a bone?
Yeah. My bone is that my job makes me racist.
Ooh.
Careful.
I'm not the ghost pepper.
I'm not a racist person.
So before you even get into it, so what's like the main, like it's pretty much, what's the percentage of foreigners that come into your
a high percentage.
Okay.
High percentage.
So I wouldn't call it racist unless you consider xenophobic.
No, yeah, and that, I mean, it's just, when you deal in a retail setting and you see like the same kinds of people over and over again, you start to see like patterns of different cultures, different ethnicities, like the Hasidic Jews. Like they're super, like they treat, if you're not Jewish, they treat you like shit, straight up.
Yeah,
like regular. Like I have Jewish friends, normal Jewish people that aren't like super strictly religious.
Well, the Hasidics are like right. They're completely focused on their own shit.
They have their own little community that they don't leave, and the only time they leave is come to Restaurant Depot to get snacks.
The only time they leave their temples is to go to Restaurant Depot and fuck with Tones in the seafood department.
Like all the businesses in their community are run by Hasids. Like they all like hang out with each other. They all buy their clothes at the same fucking store.
Yeah,
or the same stupid hats, stupid coats,
little piggly tails,
little piggly wiggly tails. Indian people, they all buy the same fish. They're all just like, and they all like try to be super nice to you, but they're super annoying. And just like, get out of my fucking face.
How are they annoying? Just like too many questions, or
they're just.
Is it like there's just no what's the word I'm looking for? Like kindness behind the words. They're just demanding people, right? And they just treat you like dirt.
No. Well, the Hasids are not the Jews. The Indians. They're like, you know what it is? It's like they always come in first thing in the morning before you're finished setting up, and they just like, they all just want like, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and you end up spending like 20 minutes with them to buy like $50 worth of fish. And it's just like, this is
you're there to buy in bulk for a restaurant, like
right, exactly. And it's like it's like 7:15 in the morning. Like I don't even have the table set yet. Like I need to get this all set up. you know, and it's just like I'm wasting my time like standing there for you just to decide, oh, I want 3 pounds of shrimp, I want 5 pounds of these little fucking fish that are like, you know, $1.15 a pound. And it's just like it's just a waste of my time.
And then the Asians, I know you got a big deal with.
Yeah, so this is what kind of got it. I was texting you. I went off.
I was sitting here working at home, having a nice calm afternoon, and I just like get like the string of like 16 text messages about this woman.
So I'm gonna call her Joyce Chang, right? That's her name, okay. Joyce Chang. I don't know her real name. We'll call Mrs. Chang. So she shows up maybe like every other week, and every time she shows up, she has a different group of like 3 to 4 Asian women with her. Okay. It's always like different, like she basically, like I was telling you, they treat it like Dave and Buster's. Like they show up, she shows up with her friends, and they're just like, oh, look at all this fish, like this is amazing, and they're just like all like talking to each other in Chinese, and like when you get like 5 Asian women just like talking real loud to each other, it sounds like a bunch of chickens just like just like loud and in your face, and we have a rule where if you're using one membership card, right, you could only get one price tag for each kind of fish, right? So let's say, okay, I'm getting something for myself, I'm getting something for my friend. Like, can you weigh it separately? Like, no, I can't. Like, I'm not allowed to. Those are just the rules.
Yeah.
Right? I don't make them. I wish I could do it separately. It'd make my life a whole lot easier. I wouldn't have to get into arguments with these people.
Yeah.
But every time she comes in, she comes with all these different people, and she'll like get like her thing of fish, and like I'll weigh and I'll give it back to her. And then her friend comes over with the same thing. It's like, I need the other bag back. And she's like, no, we pay separate. It's like, no, you don't pay separate, because you're getting rung up at the same time, and it's on the same receipt. Because what these people do, I don't know about her, but what a lot of these people do is they'll get it weighed separate, and then they'll get one bag and they'll put both of them in there and take the cheaper price tag and put it on there. So they're getting like half of it for free.
Ugh.
So it's like, and I get into the same argument with her every fucking time. I was like, we go over this every fucking time. Yeah. And she doesn't understand. It's like, no, we pay separate. We pay separate. Like, no, you don't pay separate. That's how this works.
Yeah, it's not like they're treating it like it's Wegmans, or like you're individually grocery. Like you should, like most people who listen to this, I'd say almost all of them have never been inside a Restaurant Depot. Yeah. Like when you're a person shopping at Restaurant Depot, you have like a restaurant's worth of food on your carts. You have like 3 carts, and it takes like a long time to get through the checkout process. Yeah. So you can't just go and like buy like a couple pounds of fish and like do this shit. It's just not how it operates. You're supposed to be there to buy for a restaurant's amount of supply.
Yeah. Yeah, no, exactly. It's like, you're supposed to come and say, I need 10 pounds of this. I need 15 pounds of that. Not 4 separate women buying 2 pounds of something. They wanted to pay for it. It's like, no, that's not how it works.
Yeah. No, like go to Costco to do that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, go to Costco, go to Wegmans, go to ShopRite. Like, get out of my fucking face. And it's just.
There was one time I had to go to Restaurant Depot to pick up a sample for somebody at work. Like, hey, can you go like get whatever, like the soup broth from a competitor? Yeah. So, yeah, sure. So I got to sign in as a guest, and I got this one thing of broth, and I had to stand in line for about an hour and a half. I got in behind like this like whatever restaurant, and it was like 4 Mexican guys with 5 carts, and the rest of the lines had like they were up the aisles. And like this lady's playing laser tags, trying to like scan the fucking things. It's about like they're buying like 200 different items more.
Yeah, no, I can only imagine like in Baltimore too. Like, I mean, the store I'm in is pretty well run for the most part. Things move pretty smooth. I mean, not as smooth as it should, but like I've been into worse stores where it's just like they're trying to check out. Like even like when I was in Florida working at a pizza shop, they used to send me there sometimes to like pick up some shit. And you'd be sitting there like legit for like a half hour. I was like, I have like 5 things I need to buy. Like I just need to get a couple things real quick, and I'm sitting here for half an hour in line. Yeah, like people literally, like there are restaurants that will come in and spend close to $10,000 a visit.
Yeah, they'll do that. I mean, like it's cheaper than buying it from a distributor who delivers it. If you go there and get it yourself and you're offering it at like Costco like prices, it makes a ton of sense to go there. But like, yeah, like that just goes to show if you're going to go there and be like this lady who's just like, no, I'm only buying like two salmons and like, they're like, you can't do that. No.
No, and like I understand if it's the first time, like I understand like whatever she doesn't understand, I'll explain it to her. That's fine. But it's like every fucking week we get into the same argument, and I was like, how many times? Like I've lost my patience with this lady. I was like literally just like basically yelling.
Does she have like a card to, like a membership to get in, or does she sign in as a guest and do her shit? Like you should look into the front desk and make sure like you get background checks in this lady for breaking all the rules.
Yeah, no, I don't know. I don't know exactly. I mean, my guess is either because she never comes in and shops for like a restaurant. My guess is either she knows someone with a card and uses
That's exactly what it is. Yeah.
Or like she owns like a different business, because you don't have to own a restaurant to get in there. Like if you own, like my barber shops there all the time. He just gets stuff for his house. Like if you just have to have like an incorporated business and you can get a membership there. So maybe I don't know what her deal is, but she always shows up and she's a pain in my ass. And to show that I'm not a bad person, legitimately like 2 seconds after she left, there's this other old Asian couple that comes in, and the one guy has like polio. So like he's just like on crutches.
He's got polio?
Yeah, dude. Like it's like because like my mom like used to work with a guy with polio. Like,
what is polio?
It's you're like your legs just stop working. They just don't like grow muscles or whatever. Like they kind of work, but like the muscles are like real weak or whatever. But I mean, like if people that are like 70, that's kind of right when the vaccine came out. So there's still people that have polio, but like it's these older Asian people. Like every time they come in, whenever they like need something from the freezer, I'll grab it for them. I'll bring it to their cart, because like they're nice people. You know, they're not in my ass. Like when you time after time just are a pain in my ass, I'm gonna treat you like a pain in my ass.
Yeah,
like,
that's fair.
Yeah, so
that's fair.
Maybe it doesn't make me racist, but like that place just makes me very irritable.
No, it doesn't make you racist. Assholes are assholes. That's it. You know, that's just the way it is. But all right, we got to move on. We took some time on that one. All right. All right, let's move to our fifth segment here, which is a finish each other sandwiches. All right, I'm gonna go first on this one.
Okay.
Can I borrow your
soap?
Plunger. Clog the toilet.
Yeah, I figured that.
The homeless man took a
shit
newspaper.
Ooh.
Veronica smells like
newspaper.
Shit.
Fuck.
Socrates was
a tool.
Overrated.
Close.
Is this your
dildo?
Meat.
Close again.
This your meat. That's actually funny. Back in the day, my old warehouse job, there was this supervisor that nobody liked, and he called over the radio, and he's just like, "Brian, is this your meat?" I've been saying it ever since. That's like, all right, what do you got?
The fleshlight was filled with mac and cheese.
Fuck.
His head was filled with
soap.
Rocks. The popcorn tasted like
shit.
Popcorn.
Fucker.
I'll take the chicken carbonara with a side of
ham.
Fromunda cheese.
Oh, I'm not gonna get that. You're an asshole. At least give me a shot. What kind of cheese?
Fromunda. You know, from under your balls, the Fromunda cheese.
Okay. All right.
Barkeep, pour me another glass of your finest
ale.
Milk.
Damn it.
Yeah.
Right. I thought we were done. I wasn't even prepared. Yeah, your curveballs are good. Curveballs are good. Okay. All right. That was a good time. All right. Let's go to our sixth and final segment before we get to the classic 4-pack, inching closer to Tones eating a ghost pepper. It's Bingeaholics Anonymous, which is where we discuss me watching Game of Thrones and we recap True Detective. So True Detective, really not much to talk about. The last episode was kind of a filler.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because we were supposed to record Tuesday originally, and I think I watched it on Tuesday, and this is Saturday now. So and like you said, there wasn't really much going on in it.
The only thing that you learned was that there's multiple witnesses to this mystery person who drives around in a fancy car, and it's a black man and a white woman, and that's it. That's all you know. And they've been at all of the parts where like the crime scene adds up. So that's pretty much. You know.
So they're looking for, I think it was like a brown sedan. They were saying,
yeah,
they're looking for. Didn't they find something at the end? like they're looking through the kids' stuff. Didn't they find like a drawing or like a map or something?
Yeah. It was, what the fuck was it? It was from the, it was like a recruitment, like, I don't know. It was like from a place where the mom used to work. Was it?
Oh yeah, it's like a slaughterhouse or some kind of like chicken distributor or something. I don't know. Yeah, like I said,
either way, like my philosophy, like looking at it, because I barely remember the details, but I remember walking out saying like there are these two people who recruit kids, and like they had them brainwashed because for the kids to lie to go to their friend's house who they barely knew to go see their new dog, but instead they're actually just like going to the woods. It sounds like they had somebody who had them brainwashed sort of, and like they were lying to go meet up with like these old black and white couple in the brown sedan in the woods to go do some horseplay.
And you know what else was kind of creepy, which I haven't figured out what to make of it yet, but they're looking through an old photo album, and there's the picture of the kid, the boy
praying
on his communion day, like praying, and that's how they found him in that position.
Yep.
You know, with his hands folded, whatever. So that's kind of creepy. The fact that, so it makes you think that maybe it was someone they knew.
Yeah.
That was responsible, because it was too much of a coincidence to match up exactly like that. But yeah, you know, we're keeping at it. You know, I was thinking about this. It kind of sucks that, I mean, it doesn't suck, but the fact that we release this on a Monday, like we're always a week behind.
A week behind. Yeah.
You know, unless we got on and recorded Sunday night, it's not going to happen. Get on 11 o'clock.
Well, let's make our predictions. So I think that whoever is in the brown sedan is guilty. I think it's them running this crazy, psychotic, religious coup that recruits kids and they like molest or something like that. But it's weird because it's a man and a wife, it sounds like, that are interracial. So that's definitely got something to do with the plot. And then it's like, what are they doing with these witchcraft dolls and finding themselves in play? I think it's gonna be like season 1 where it's like a couple of like satanics coming through town and recruiting kids, because they're easy to manipulate. And
it's like a cult. I think it's gonna be somehow connected, like, because with something like that, if you just like steal kids from the same town, people are gonna start to notice. You know, so like if
unless everybody's in on it. That's remember they had that hint where everybody was dressed like ghosts with curtains on Halloween, and they were giving out the straw dolls. I think they said that there were like 5 or 6 of them. Maybe it's just like a little cult that's under everybody's, you know, nose in the small town.
That's possible too. I was going to say, even, you know, if that's not the case, that maybe they just go around the South, just like different towns, like kind of.
Yeah, and I think that's what they do, but they're just rolling through this town right now.
Yeah, because I mean, there was, you know, in the later, like I guess in the middle time period, like in the 90s or whatever, there's a pharmacy that got robbed and they found the girl's fingerprints there.
Yeah,
so maybe they were,
you know, she's alive later down the road in Oklahoma.
Exactly. So maybe they use it to like recruit kids to like basically be not pickpockets, but like do stuff for them. So I don't know.
Yeah. But the fingerprints were recovered like 20 years later.
Right, yeah. So it wasn't the original timeline like in the 80s. It was like in the middle timeline when he's like married with the young kids. Like not when he's old, but like in the middle when he's kind of.
That's why they reopened the case, is because they found her fingerprints and they know she's alive. So it's going to be a phenomenal fucking, like, just knowing that, like, and what's going on, it's going to be phenomenal. Like I think pretty much we're almost halfway through. They're short. I think it's like 8 episodes and then like that's it. Call it a day. So I am excited. And you know, it kind of, I mean, obviously it's not as good as Thrones to transition, but like, you know, this show is so much easier to like go episode to episode for, because it's, you know, only 1 season. But I could not imagine the shit that you guys had to go through with waiting a week in between these episodes of Games of Thrones, because like once I'll be sitting here and I'll not be that into the episode. I'm kind of like watching. I'm like, all right, like I think after this episode, I'm going to turn it off and listen to tunes and just like have a Friday night. And then like it just picks up in the last 10 minutes. And it is just like, oh my God, I can't believe that happened. And then like the option comes up, like continue to episode 6. It's like, yes, let's go. And then it's just a series of I couldn't even imagine not being able to have that option. Like I'm slowing down my Thrones so that way I can like really time it perfectly where I get caught up right when it starts.
Yeah. And that's why, I mean, Thrones is the only show right now that's appointment television Sunday night.
Yeah,
you know,
for sure.
Like, especially with on demand, like even like True Detective, which is really good. It's just like, oh, I'll watch it on Monday. I'll watch it on Tuesday. You know, like
Exactly.
there is not a other single show that I have to watch this right when it comes out.
Yeah. Especially because it's going to be spoiled by the morning.
That too. Yeah, it doesn't help.
Yeah.
You know, but yeah, no, I mean, Thrones, like even if I wasn't on social media and didn't have to worry about that, like I gotta see as soon as possible. Although there has been the last couple seasons, there have been like leaks where they've leaked the storyline or they've leaked.
Yeah,
like,
they'll do that on purpose to like lie.
Yeah, oh, maybe they do it like that. But like I know people that as soon as it's leaked, they're like, oh, I gotta read it, I gotta see it. I'm just like, no, I'm gonna wait. Like I don't want to.
Yeah.
Like I want to make sure it's the right thing when I see it.
Yep.
But otherwise, I mean, yeah, it's like, you know, Sunday night, 9 o'clock. I'm there. I got my popcorn.
Yep. And so to update my, like, we'll just treat this like I'm going to keep updating my predictions of how it's going to go based on what I know. So I have episode 6, season 3 coming up. Yeah. So Daenerys just got her army and she tricked the guy with the dragon. I was screaming on my couch, like I was writing it down. Like, I'm sure there's so many people watching this. Like, I can't believe she gave away a dragon. I'm sitting here just like, there's no way that the dragon's going to stay with this guy. She's the mother dragon. He's going to give her the army. The thing's going to fly and then burn him alive and fly back to the mother. It's a dragon. You can't just like have it. Yeah. It's not a dog. And it's like whatever. So she has grown substantially. So she is a real fucking threat. And she's a great leader. She's awesome. Yeah. She's really nice. And she treats the soldiers well. And they responded. They're like, hell yeah, like we're free, but we're still slaves to you, you know, in a way, because that's how we're programmed. That's it. We're going to still be
slaves to you. You know, we choose to be your slaves, your soldiers, your army, because you gave us the option
to leave. Like you run, no punishment, you know, and nobody even moved. So she's going to be huge. And then we got what's his name? Something Joy, Greyjoy. Oh, yeah. So I just met the douchebag who captured him and has him up on a cross. That asshole with the brown hair who's just like going to torture him and be a dick. I've seen some episodes here and there with him in it, like from back in college, and he's just like an asshole. So I got my first taste of him, but he's a dick. Robert Stark, don't have any faith in that guy. Think he's soft. Shouldn't have married the girl that he wanted to. He should have stayed true to his word and married the janitor from Harry Potter's daughter who runs the bridge. And then the White Walkers are out there with everything going on with Jon Snow out there in the wastelands. I texted you the Mad Max land, where it's just like the rebels who live free with no rule. The walkers are out there. Sam saw him, Fat Sam. So they're there. My prediction is still going to stay. White Walkers come through, ruin everything. Nobody takes the throne. There is no throne after this. After it's all said and done, it just hell freezes over. Maybe, I don't know if the White Walker King is going to want to sit in the throne. I haven't met him yet. I know he exists because he's on my TV all the time during like Good Morning Football. Like just like the Ice King throwing spears at the dragon.
That's such a bizarre like clip for them to just show over and over again. Like a football.
They just assume everybody's caught up with thrones. They're just like, it's like Tom Brady like throwing a football, and they throw the clip of him killing the dragon. I'm like, fuck, dude, spoilers. But it is what it is. It already happened. It's my fault for being this far behind. But it's an advantageous position that I'm in because I can just roll through it, and it's phenomenal. Yeah. And I have so much content left before I'm like out and then it starts on Master Sunday.
Yeah. I mean, technically you're like halfway through the show, but you're not even anywhere near like close to like knowing.
I started to get that feel last night.
Yeah.
Like I started to feel like these episodes are just fucking good now, like all the way through, where it's just like, the slow stuff is starting to whatever. And also just a little quick thing. The guy with the no nuts, the bald guy who's part of the spies with Littlefinger, bald guy. Pat Finley from Heavyweights. He should have been that guy. He should have been casted. Tom McGowan, the actor. He should have been that actor.
Which one is he?
Pat, the counselor, the fat counselor. Who's how long you been here? 18 years. Jesus Christ, what you been doing yourself? Him.
Yeah, that's yeah. I mean, I guess he would have been good. I don't know how good of a serious actor he is, but
he would have been great. He's been out of work for so long, and like I hate to see like Pat Finley just like live and die with heavyweights, but. Is what it is. They look exactly alike. That's why. But anyway, all right, we got to move on. All right, so let's get to our classic 4-pack of questions here. Hit it, Kane. All right. So this one I wrote down just like it just fell out of my butt, basically, this question. I was just like texting somebody drunk, just coming up with scenarios for the show. And this one I was like, fuck it, we'll ask it. All right. So what's worse, getting sucked up by a tornado or being attacked by a wild boar? Both are going to result in like not death, but serious injury.
I mean, I would say the boar.
You take the boar?
Well, I assumed if I get sucked up by a tornado, I'm dying. Like one way or the other, on the way up or the way down.
But what's worse is the question.
Right. I'm going with the boar because, I mean, if the boar like runs at you and like stabs you with the tusks, like you're either going to bleed out or that motherfucker's going to eat you.
Yeah.
You know, so like.
And people underestimate, like, I don't like see boars. Like people like they see boars, they think of pigs. They think of, you know, it's like the Raichu version of Pikachu. You know, it's pigs and boars. Yeah. But they have tusks and they are vicious little bastards.
And they're big. They're fucking big. Like they're
killed the king.
Yeah, they killed the king. I mean, so that's what I'm saying. Like he could either get stabbed like that and like bleed out later and like get an infection and die from that, or in like as like pigs, like they will eat anything.
Yeah.
So like if they, you know, if they haven't had a meal in a couple of days and they happen to you know tusk you, to gore you, and you're just laying there, it's like, oh, looking kind of tasty. Yeah. They start eating you. Like, what was that movie with the
Hannibal? Yeah, the sequel, The Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, when he just like feeds the guy to the pigs. Like that's a real thing. Pigs will do that. Pigs will eat each other.
Yeah,
like they don't care. They'll eat whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
So I mean, at least with the tornado, you get like a little bit of a ride on your way out.
Yeah.
And I'm guessing if you don't die from like being whipped around or falling to the ground, you're probably gonna have a heart attack at some point.
Yeah, that's why I have tornado down.
Yeah,
I think I'd rather give me the wild boar.
Really?
Give me a fighting chance against this. It could mean like they're not tall, they're fast, and they're small. And like, I mean, they're not small, they're big, but like you can kind of, they're not bears. Okay, like give me a chance to like get a good angle and like wrestle the bastard to the fucking ground. You know?
Well, see, I assumed from the question that like I was dying either way. Like, which way would you rather die?
Yeah, still would rather take the wild boar because I'm going out in a fighter's chance, you know, whereas tornado, it's just this helpless, you get sucked up.
Whoa.
And it's like, have you ever had the nightmares where you just like your like dreams where you're just in something and then you just start to like fly, like float away like a dizzy thing?
No.
I get those all the time. It's weird. It's like almost like being in a tornado. Like all of a sudden you just like start floating up and flying away. Like, have you ever seen the Creed halftime performance at Cowboy Stadium from like 2001? When they have like the angel guy flying through. It's weird. It's hard. Look it up if you haven't seen it. No, but it's a really dizzying dream.
I was thinking more like a Willy Wonka when they have like the thing where they drink
time capsule.
Like the things that make them float. Was it they have like the
where they can burp and they can fly
on their way down? Yeah.
It's but like I mean tornadoes. I mean after seeing Twister so many times, I mean like there's so many possibilities when you're in there. Like an 18-wheeler could be up there and you could just like end up getting demolished by an 18-wheeler up in the sky.
Right. That's what I mean. Is like that would be like instant death. That would be like quick.
But it's not because you have to see yourself getting sucked up, flying away. Give me a chance with the boar. Give me in a room one-on-one with a wild boar, and I will come out there with a boar's head. Shout out Boar's Head with their maple smoked ham.
Good stuff. Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll agree to disagree, but I just think.
You think I can beat a boar? You think I can beat a boar right here? I can. I'll beat a boar. I'll bring him the head. I'll mail it to you. I'll beat a boar right here.
If you had a weapon, yeah, I'd say I give you
no weapons. Just fucking 2 weeks in the hospital and sudden death right here.
He was holding up he was naming
my left and my right.
In case you were wondering what he was talking about. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think it's possible, but I'd rather just like if I knew I was going to die either way, I'd rather go for a ride.
Well, have you ever been on the Twister ride, Universal Studios? It stinks.
Yeah, no, that ride's
worst ride of all time.
Yeah, is that the one where they like the shit catches on fire like 5 feet away?
You just stand there and watch it. Then like a cow swings by on a rope, and then like things blow away, and then you get off and you waited for 2 hours just to stand there and pretty much watch Twister. Like that sucked. But
the time I waited for this ride, I could have actually watched Twister.
Yeah, exactly. And I had a migraine when I went on that. I used to get migraines as a kid. Yeah. It was like one of the most horrible things. My mom was just like, I know you have a migraine. You're in hell right now. But like, we've waited an hour right now. And we can't just turn around and get out of here. We're in the line. And I'm like, I'm going to fucking throw up all over the place if we don't get out of here. But I got on Twister and I kind of got better after it. So I can't knock it too much.
Okay.
But all right. Question number 2 of the classic 4-pack here. All right. You get to choose one superpower What is it, and what do you end up being known as?
I want to be invisible, and I wouldn't be known because no one would know I was invisible.
Ooh.
I just want to be left alone.
You pervert.
No, not even that. I just want to be left alone. Like, don't.
You telling me if you had the invisible power, you wouldn't like? Oh, yeah, I'll just wait out here while you get changed. Shout out the Heat. The Heat's all in. Heat's got a boner.
Just tiptoeing in.
Tiptoe in. She can look around like I hear tiptoeing, but there's nobody here because you're invisible.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not going to deny. I'm not going to confirm. You neither confirm or deny that I wouldn't do that. But it's more.
You'd love to get yourself into like a couple of WNBA locker rooms, you know.
That'd be scary.
No offense,
no,
they're just gross. They're gross.
I'm sure they're nice ladies. But yeah, no, more so for the facts. It's just like, just leave me alone. Like, if I was invisible, I wouldn't need a job because I could just go take food from like.
You'd have to give them a hell of a silent treatment. Like if you're invisible, well, you're just trying to use it for these purposes.
I mean, like I'm assuming I could turn it on and off, right? Like I don't have to always be invisible. Yeah, so it's just like when I don't feel like
snap of the fingers. But if you showed that you can be invisible to people, people would probably call you like Invisible Man.
Well,
eventually,
very original, Mr. Disappearo.
Yeah, that's a cool one. Mr. Disappear.
No,
Play "I Disappear" by Metallica, like the opening riff, and then disappear. That'd be cool.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I would try not to let people know. I would just kind of keep that to myself, like only disappear. Like,
where did tones go? I'm right here. Show up behind him. Somebody's talking shit. You just kind of like disappear. Like, what's that over there? And they look, and then you just disappear. That'd be cool.
It'd be a nice little party trick.
Yeah, that would be a hilarious party trick. But then people would be like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, I'm going invisible.
I have the power to summon tornadoes. And I'd be Tornado Man. Tornado Man, like you piss me off, I would just start throwing around like a lasso until like it just gets up, and then I just push it out into like Kansas. And then
what about Mr. Twister?
Mr. Twister, I have Tornado Man already written down. It's in the books. Tornado Man.
I'm gonna go on the record saying I like Mr. Twister better, but go ahead.
Trump will be like, got to get Tornado Man out there in Syria and just like send some tornadoes out towards ISIS.
Get them on the border. Keep those bad hombres away.
Be a great movie though. Me just like sitting there, like I'll have whatever costume on that I'll have as Twister Man. I'll just be dressed like Bill Paxton, like a regular blue collar man with a red Dodge Ram, and like I'll get out and like the ISIS will look at me and just be like, Allah, and then I'll just start fucking spinning it up. Spinning it up like I'm swinging a lasso, and then fire it at them, and then they just get sucked up. And tornado! Yeah, exactly. And then that would be awesome. Yeah, so Tornado Man. Okay. Question number 3. What's something that people think makes them look cool, but actually has the opposite effect?
People that like soup up shitty cars.
Yeah,
they got like a 2004 Honda Civic, and they put some new rims on it. They'll put some
spoiler
windows, a spoiler, an another muffler, like
nice car. Would that cost you $9,000?
Yeah. What's the thing is the amount of money you spend on this piece of shit car, you can save up and buy like an actually nice car.
Yeah,
it just doesn't. I don't understand like why I'm going to buy this. Like you probably paid like $3,000 for the car to begin with, and then you throw like $6-7 into it. Like if you just save that money, that extra like $6-7, you just save it up for a little while, you could actually go buy a nice car.
Yeah.
Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like it's like putting lipstick on a pig, that whole saying. Like I just don't.
Yeah.
Like there was like when I was working at the pizza shop, there was this one kid that used to show up. Like he used to work there, and he would show up with like this like shitty like Acura, like that was like 10 years old, and every time he'd show up, he'd have like a new sound system or like new rims or a spoiler or like tinted windows, and like everyone would be like, "Oh, dude, I love what you did to the car." I'm just like, "What are you talking about? It's a piece of shit."
Yeah,
like it's just not like
it's garbage.
Yeah. You just like I don't know, and it doesn't look good either. Like you put like a body kit on the car and all this stuff. It's like, what are you doing?
Yeah,
money you waste on this fucking car.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a classic one. I mean, like so many people who fucking do it too. It's like, especially with all the tinted windows. It's just like you're scaring me with this. Like, I mean, you're a Toyota Camry. Like, like, what are you doing? You look like you're slinging drugs. That's just what the perception. If you have a spoiler and tinted windows on a Toyota Camry, you don't have like huge income, but you have enough to like do these stupid things. You have enough perk money. You're definitely a weed dealer.
Yeah.
Not even hard drugs. You're just a weed guy.
I love the people that like try to put their own tints on. They got all the bubbles in it, and it's like, yeah, I did it myself. It's like, yeah, I could tell.
Fucking moron. Yeah. I had not what I wrote down originally when I heard this question. The first thing that popped in, and it's probably a lot of people. I'm probably guilty of it myself, but flat brim hats backwards. So the whole point of a hat is to stop the sun from getting in your eyes. So when I see people with backwards hats in general, I'm just like, you're just doing that to look cool. And you're like, now that I know that, you kind of like look like a dick.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, it started with Ken Griffey Jr. in the home run derby or whatever. But I think the flat brim backwards, that's the turtle effect from Entourage.
Yeah.
It's like
it's a New York, it's like a Guinea thing. No offense again. I'm sorry to keep using that word, but that's the only way I can describe it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's exclusively Guinea, but it's definitely
Guinea or want to be like the Guinea style, and you got like the backwards flat brim. It's like, what the fuck is the point of wearing the hat? They're
getting a little sunburn on their neck, they want to.
It's true. Yeah. But what I have written down is selfies and really long, like Instagram or Snapchat stories, like long, like if you're just having a casual night and you have like a 25-minute goddamn Instagram story, or if you're just taking selfies of yourself and posting it, like, oof.
Yeah. I mean, that's
oof.
People don't realize that nobody cares.
Like, I look at it and I'm just like, great. What?
Whenever I'm like going through stories and I see someone that has like, the little like dashes at the top, not even like big bars, like the little
ones. It's like a machine gun of like 25 like little parts of the story. Yeah. It's just like, dude, I don't want to fucking sit through all this, but I've gotten through 2. I feel bad that you're going to see that I watched 2 and stopped and I had to go through the whole thing.
You have to do that because you have to let them know like this is too much.
Yeah.
Like I'm willing to watch a couple, but when you have 10 straight minutes of like you just
cut it
talking about your night, I don't give a fuck.
Like the story, like, you'll see the occasional story of like, he's got the phone and they're like at a party and they're coming up behind like their buddy and they're like, hey, Josh. And then Josh turns around and then he sees that he's being videoed and he's like, oh, what's up? And then it cuts. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? Fuck off with these Instagram
I don't care about you. I don't care about your party. I don't care about fucking Josh.
Fuck Josh. What entertainment value did you just bring there? Because like nobody's seen Josh in a while and he happens to be at the party. So like, it's like, shut the fuck up. Just enjoy the party. Stop recording everything. Just go have fun. You don't have to rub it in everybody's. Maybe take one picture or something like that. That's worth entertainment value. Like, I try my best if I'm going to post anything, which is very rarely, to make sure that it's entertaining. Like the only time I post on my Instagram stories is if the Bucks win and I'm cooking a steak because it's tradition. I don't want people to see that it's tradition. So that way, one day when we do win, it's going to be Steaks City all day. It's going to be fucking like 10 steaks on there. But like when you're just at a party and you're just like, yo, Josh, he turns around and he's like, oh, what's up, dude? End of snap. Like, fuck off. Stop doing that, people.
Yeah. Or the worst is just like, like the girls that post pictures like, oh, crazy hair day. And they just like got a picture of their hair like, folded over and just like, do a little pose. It's like nobody cares what your fucking hair looks like today. I guarantee you, not one person is like, "Oh, I'm glad she showed me how her hair looks today." It's just so like everyone's so.
They do the boomerang of cheers that goes into like them walking the dog. That goes into like them doing the makeup.
Yeah.
Then it goes to like them just being like, "Hey, Susan," and she's like sitting there all scrunched up on the couch, and she's on her phone looking at her Instagram story. She's looking at her own Instagram story, and then she looks up and sees that her friend's recording her Instagram story. She's like, hey. And now she's double Instagram story now. She's on her friends. She's got her own. Everybody knows what I'm doing tonight now. Fuck off, ladies. Fuck off. You're the one who's deal with it. I'm just trying to help out. Jesus Christ.
The one I'm a fan of is when they all put their feet into the middle and like take a picture. It's like, oh, look at our shoes. Like, we
cozy
got toenails. Like nobody cares.
Eddie's. It's like, oh my god, like fuck off, people. It's just it's. I mean, like when you get this part of your brain. I mean, you smoke enough weed, you start to like look at things just the way you're supposed to look at them. Like you could just see when girls are just trying to. You just see ego. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Right.
Or just
it's so easy when you can identify that somebody's got an ego problem. It just is such a turn off, dude.
I don't even know if it's ego so much that they just need the attention. Maybe
insecurity versus ego. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's a little bit of both. There's definitely some ego in there with thinking like, oh, these people care what I'm doing. Oh,
I'm terrified that they think that I'm not doing anything.
Right. Like my 250 followers need to see what I'm doing. Like, no, we don't.
I'm out. I'm at the bar. Suck my dick.
Like straight up, if you didn't post for like 6 months, I would not even notice.
Yeah.
I would be like, oh, Ashley hasn't posted in a while. Like, no, no one says that.
It's like, I don't know. It's just people need to like stop. They need to stop. It's just, we're really, social media has become a disaster, and it's given people just insecurity or ego. I don't know. It's one of the two that makes you think that you should post every single day, unless you're in marketing or if you're trying to promote stuff. Then or if you're at Six Flags and you're going on rides, fucking throw them over my way, dude. give me the 16 fucking Snapchats. I'll watch all of those bastards.
Yeah, I mean, if you actually legitimately have something cool going on, fine. I'm okay with that. But I don't need to see your everyday, like I don't need to see your lazy Sunday afternoon.
The lazy Sunday ones are the worst, where it's just like you and like your roommate are sitting on like couches across from each other and like you're recording them and they don't know it. And then they look over and realize it. And then they're just like, huh. And then it cuts. And then they post it for me to watch that. Why would I want to? How is that funny? Even if I knew the person, like even if I thought like, oh, look at Jonathan, he didn't know.
You get the girls, they're sitting there under the blankets, they got like a Snuggie on, they're like at their hoodie on, like sweatpants, they're all just like bundled up, and they're like just filming each other from across the room. And they're like zooming in at each other's faces and stuff. It's like, what are we doing here?
What are we doing? Grow up, society. Grow up. Anyway, all right, we got to move on because we got to get you punished soon, and I got to piss before we do that. So we'll get to the last question.
I'm trying to keep it going so we don't.
I know, I can tell. I saw that there. We were going on about that. That was a hybrid little bit of a Tones Bones. All right, last question before you had to eat your ghost pepper. What socially unacceptable thing should be totally acceptable?
I think you should be able to end the conversation abruptly if you're just not feeling it.
So many people do that.
No, but like if you're just like talking to someone and you're just like, all right, that's enough, and you just walk away. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
life of a Buccaneer fan who loves football. People are just like, shut the fuck up.
Because this kind of stems from, I was telling you about yesterday at work, this guy like made me give him his number because he was like telling me how he could give me any kind of drug I wanted.
Yeah,
like and he just kept
at
talking.
Work. I mean, like that's just like so. And he was, you were saying like he's definitely coked up and like, his name was Chef. I mean, like,
Jesus. He's like, my name's Ryan, but you just call me Chef. And he just kept talking really fast, and he was just like explaining, like, I could get weed, I could get the waxes, I could get coke. I can't really get. Well, I could get heroin, but like, I don't. That's a whole long story. I could get pills. It's like, dude, like, back up. Like he started off with just like.
You should have been like, do you want to buy fish or something? Chef.
Well, it started off because like he was trying to buy this box of frozen tuna steaks. And he's like, oh, it's 5 pounds. I don't need that many pounds. Like, okay, how about this? How about I give you a little bit of bud, a little bit of treat, and I could put half of it in my jacket. I just walk out of here. And he was like, I just didn't say anything. I was just looking at him like deadpan. Like, it's like, oh, I'm just messing, man. I'm just messing. But like, no, seriously, like if you ever need weed, like whatever, take my number. I'm just like, all right, whatever. Like, it doesn't hurt to have someone that might have weed. So I just gave him my number. He texted me, and then like after that, he's like, "Yeah, I get you anything you want. I get you coke. I get you, I get the pills. I'm just like, all right, dude. Like, and he went on.
She's like, dude, I'm at work. My boss is right there.
Yeah. Like, legitimately for like 5 minutes, he just was talking about drugs. I'm just like,
Jesus.
Like, I wish at that point I could have just walked away, but like, I'm too nice of a person to just like tell him to fuck off, which I should have. I should have done that. Yeah. And I was just like,
but like. You shouldn't have, because I mean, like, he's obviously like coked up. It's hard to like just be like, dude, like, shut the fuck up. Like, they're gonna be like, what the fuck are you saying to me? And they're gonna go to like customer service and just be like, this guy is a racist. Like, whatever they could pull out to make themselves look good.
Yeah, I was like, well, he was trying to sell me drugs.
Yeah, and he said, no, it wasn't. Yeah.
No, but I mean, it's not even just that. Like, there's like, I love the customers that come in and assume that because I work in fish that like I like talking about fishing. It's like, oh yeah, I went out last weekend. I caught myself a big striped bass, and he's like telling me that one time I caught these just like telling me all these stories about fishing. Like, dude, I do not care. But you're about to buy something, so I can't tell you to fuck off. You have to sit here and take it. Like, if I could just be like, listen, I don't care. Do you want fish or not? And like, put it in a polite way. I would love for that to be possible. But it's like, no, I got to sit there and I got to eat it. I got to listen to you talk.
That's part of the job. I mean, that's just. I mean, like, it's tough to have like that kind of guy come up to you, but yeah, I get it. I'm going to edit mine a little bit. So I just have like, if you have to go to like a big event or something like that, how you have to wear like a nice suit and tie to anything like that. It's just like, why do we do this? You know, like I'm like I have written down like, you know, my family hosted Christmas this year, so we have family coming over, and my mom's just like, you know, put on khakis, nice shoes. This, and I'm like, why the fuck? Like, who cares what I'm dressed like when it? Like, I'm not gonna put on sweatpants and pajamas. I'm gonna put like jeans and a flannel on and a hat. Like, who gives a shit? Like, you know, like let me be me. Like, why? Like, I don't understand where the social code comes up where you just have to dress really nice for certain occasions to impress other people. It's so less interesting. It's like, wouldn't it be more interesting if you can kind of just like, if I wear a Metallica shirt to your wedding and you can like have a conversation starter with the other other side of the family that I don't know, and they can come up like, oh, Metallica, huh? Oh, like Megadeth. Like, oh, sweet, there's a conversation starter. If we're all dressed the same, then like it's all awkward, and then it all like, you know, ends up being a stuck up conversation.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I like your tie. Oh,
I just hate where they're just like, hey, we're going somewhere soon. Go put something nice on. It's just like, fuck. Like I hate that part of society so much. So let me fucking keep my jeans on and fucking put on a sweatshirt.
I mean, we're in a day and age where there's like nice enough jeans where you could like wear jeans and like you said, like a flannel, like a button down, and look nice. You know, you don't have to wear a suit to look nice. You don't have to wear like dress up clothes to look nice.
Yeah, but you had to wear the quarter zip over the fucking like, you know, like the dress shirt with like khakis and like nice brown slip-on shoes. And I'm just like, I hate this. Like, I hate this so much because this isn't what I am. I hate it.
Yeah,
you know. But it's like, no, you look like shit. Like, go put something nice on. It's just like, what the fuck do I care what those people think about me?
Yeah.
if they're judging me based on the way that I'm dressed, I'm not, like I said, I'm not dressing up like an asshole. I'm just dressing up like comfortable jeans flannel. If they're gonna look at me like, oh, look at this guy, you know, like poor peasant. Like, I'm like, I'm fine. If they think that way, then I don't care I don't want anything to do with them, you know?
Yeah. Fair.
But
that's fair.
it's fair. All right, it's time for you to eat your ghost pepper. Let's take a quick commercial break. Before we do that, I'm going to have a piss. You go grab your ghost pepper, and we will be right back.
Oh, no. no. I don't like the smell of these. I just opened the bag and I got a whiff, and I'm not liking it.
So instead of a commercial, just lead in with the punishment challenge intro.
Okay. I'll get my milk ready.
This is incredible. Remember to try to do your best to give like a play-by-play.
Okay. I'm trying to like take it out of the bag without touching it because like I don't want to touch my face by accident.
Yeah.
And get like the heat transfer or whatever.
Yeah, if you put that on your pores, it's gonna make it even worse.
Right. Oh, that's a big one.
Oh. You gonna chew it, or are you just gonna try to like
just swallow it whole? I don't know. I mean, what should there be like an allotted amount of time I have to chew?
No, you just whatever you think you have to do. All right, you ready to come back?
Yeah.
All right, welcome back. It is time for Tones to get punished for his over the lines by eating a ghost pepper. So Tones is going to do his best to try to give a play-by-play of like what's hurting and everything. He said, would you say you opened the bag and got a whiff and you're just like, this is terrifying.
It hot. It smells hot. And usually peppers, like just regular peppers, don't smell hot. Like these smell, like I can smell the heat coming off of them.
So let's begin the music here.
I hate milk too. I don't even know why.
It's the only thing that can really help. All right. So the music has begun. And Tones, it is time to eat your ghost pepper. So go ahead. Oh my God.
Okay. Not too bad yet.
Okay. It's down.
It's down.
It's down.
Still some seeds. Hold on. Okay.
It's down.
It's definitely hot. Definitely hot.
What's hurting most right now? Your tongue?
My tongue, the top roof of my mouth is definitely very hot. I don't know. I'm just kind of waiting for it to kick in a little more.
Yeah.
It hurts to talk. It hurts to breathe. I think I have like a little like cut in the back of my mouth. So that's not
that doesn't help.
Good.
And he's drinking some milk on top of it.
My hands are shaking a little bit, not gonna lie.
You pretty much just dropped like a nuke bomb. I don't know.
My mouth is starting to water a lot. My nose is starting to burn. I'm like drooling on myself. This is definitely getting hotter. Yeah, I mean, it's really hot, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
Is it still progressing? Is it still progressively getting worse?
A little bit.
I'm pretty sure it takes like I think in about a minute it's going to be a catastrophe.
Am I turning red? I'm pretty red right now, aren't I?
You're purple.
Oh, yeah. No, it's hot. I don't recommend anyone do this.
Is it subsiding at all?
It's not subsiding. It's kind of it's staying right where right where it's been. It's not going anywhere. That's for sure. It's definitely not going anywhere. Oh, nose is starting to run a little bit.
Where did you get your ghost pepper?
I bought it on Amazon. I mean, look, ghost chili pepper.
Oh yeah,
it's legit. I'm not making it up.
Not.
Yeah, it's hot. It's not as hot as I thought it would be. I was expecting to be like crying.
Well, it takes a minute. It really does. We should have had this. We should have had you eat it before we came back, and then just kind of watch the after effects. We're gonna sit here. Let's cut it and then come back to when you're starting to really feel the effects.
All right. I mean, I don't think it's going anymore.
It's just staying the same.
Yeah. I mean, the same is hot. The same is definitely hot.
Does it get worse?
No.
You want to eat? You want to eat another one?
No. I don't. Can't say that I do, Tom. I think if I did it without milk, it would be a lot worse. For sure. Yeah, a lesser man would definitely be in a lot of pain. I'll tell you that.
Which is me.
Let's see. I'm gonna stop drinking milk. I'm gonna see if it gets worse.
Okay.
Maybe I'll take another little one.
Take a little one. Chew it up and swallow it.
Why are we doing this?
This is funny. Tones is having another ghost pepper here because the first one apparently wasn't so bad. He was sipping some milk with it too.
Whoa.
He just chewed one up and swallowed it, and he's not having any milk as a safety net.
You know what's it's like it's a gross texture because they're dried out.
Yeah.
So it's like you're eating like really spicy mushrooms. Like,
yeah, it looks like you're eating a big like clump of weed.
Yeah, no, it's not. It's not like I don't know. I don't know why anyone would ever eat this other than for the ghost pepper challenge.
Yeah,
for being honest. Okay,
so that one just went down with no milk.
No milk. Sitting here, thinking, contemplating my life decisions. What has brought me to this point in my life?
Over the lines.
Over the lines, yes. Got to be careful.
A lot of stuff happens at work. Sometimes you just got to bottle it up.
Fucking Jews.
Oh boy, that's another one. That's an over the line.
I gotta be held live.
That's an over the line. I'm sorry.
God damn it. It's definitely uncomfortable.
What's the? Is it like the whole body? Is it like how's the stomach? Is it the chest?
The stomach is fine right now. It's the back of my mouth, the back of my tongue, the roof of my mouth. Oh, and for some reason, the back right part of my tongue is just throbbing. My mouth is watering. I'm still purple.
You're purple. You're purple right now. It's pretty wild. It looks like you're freezing cold.
My nose is starting to run a little bit.
Yeah.
I'm muscling through though.
Yeah. It's insane how you can get through these. Like, I mean, you're struggling. You're struggling hard. I mean, you just ate 2 ghost peppers, but like you're not struggling as much as you need to be. It's gonna get way worse. Like right when we get off, you're gonna be like in the shower and like dumping milk all over yourself.
I'm just not looking forward to the shit later.
Oh, that's gonna hurt.
Idiot.
Can you take a video of yourself doing that later?
Taking a shit?
Yeah, just your face.
I'll see how it feels. If it's a bad one, I'll do it. Yeah, I don't know, man. This isn't. It's definitely bad, but it's not as bad as I thought it would be.
That's incredible. It's fucking incredible. I don't know what to tell you.
Like I'm in pain, but I've been in pain before. Maybe not.
He's wiping his eyes. I mean, like he's been like we took a little cut before. I don't know if we're gonna cut it or not, but you were blowing your nose a ton. You're wiping your eyes a lot. I mean, like you could tell, like you took a bite. Like you look like me if I ordered hot wings at Buffalo Wild Wings. It took 1 bite, and like I'm kind of sweating. You just ate 2 ghost peppers.
I feel like I should take another.
Okay. Do it. Do it up. Eat the whole fucking bag.
I'm not doing that. That's aggressive. I will do another. I'll do a bigger one. I don't like that smell. Oh God. Oh, that's a biggie. That's a big one. All right, you ready to get fucking crazy, Tom?
Let's get crazy. Let's get nuts.
You want to get nuts?
Come on, let's get nuts. That's a big pepper. That's a big pepper.
It looks like a little ball sack. I don't want to eat this.
Eat it. Eat it. Yeah. Just housing ghost peppers.
Okay. Yeah, that one might have done it.
Oh boy. Oh no, you're starting to swell up. I think the other 2 that you ate, you're underestimating. I think it's like a really long-term kind of thing with these. I think it's supposed to be a few hours that like they hit you for.
A few hours.
Yeah, it's a lot of capsicum.
It's like 1 million Scoville units or something.
Yeah, it's a lot. 1 million. Think about that.
Yeah, my tongue is swollen.
Yeah. You can't tell. Yeah, that's just your nerves are fucked in your tongue.
You know what it is too? It's just like the consistency. I like, you know, like when you like drink a lot of soda, you have like a lot of ketchup, and you just kind of like this thick
acid.
It's just kind of like your saliva gets kind of thick.
Yeah.
And like that's what it is, but it's just like thick with ghost pepper. Okay. Now my eyes are really starting to water.
Yeah. It's getting worse and worse.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is this what you wanted? Are you not?
No, it's not.
Are you not entertained? Oh boy. Yep, this is it. This is how I die.
It's getting really bad.
Yeah.
How bad? Scale 1 to 10 right now.
9.
9.
The back of my throat is just on fire. I'm just like leaking from my mouth, my eyes, and my nose.
Do your parents know that you're eating ghost peppers downstairs?
They're not here right now.
Okay.
But they're gonna come home and I'll just be dead.
You're gonna be hyperventilating. You'll be dead. Where's it hurt the most? Till the tongue? Back of the tongue? Just the whole back of your head?
Back of the mouth. Oh. It's getting hard to breathe.
You ate a lot of ghost peppers right there. He's an honorable man. Looks like you're crying. Looks like you just went through a breakup.
Not drinking milk yet.
Yeah, absolutely. How's that? How's that feel?
Better.
Is it like the milk from your mother's breast?
It's better.
It's like being
What the fuck?
being a baby, being nourished.
Oh, that actually helped a lot.
Oh, it did?
It's still hot, but like I was getting like I feel my heart like beating faster. And I was like kind of dizzy.
Yeah, people don't die from eating hot peppers.
Mm-hmm. I beg to differ. It's coming back now.
It's coming back. You're running out of milk.
I still got half a quart.
Oh, you got the whole bottle down here.
Oh yeah. Every time I come up,
put the fire out. Put the fire out. Drink all the milk. Drink it all.
I really don't like milk either. I'm not a milk guy. We've talked about this.
If you drink water, it just makes it worse. Or beer. Yeah, it's got to be milk. I don't know what the ingredients are in milk that makes it better, but
milk ingredients: milk, vitamin D3.
Must be the D3.
I was going to say the milk, but
yeah. Agree to disagree. You feeling better?
Yeah, I feel a little better. It's still every time I exhale, it's just like I'm a dragon breathing fire. It just reheats my mouth.
I will say, if this is me, I'd be dead. It's impressive.
The big one really got me. That last one I took.
Yeah.
I was So listen, kids, don't eat ghost peppers.
Yeah. Don't go over the line. Okay. That's what it gets you. You know, ghost peppers.
Just be a snowflake cuck.
Yeah.
The rest
Just
of your
be
life.
PC and you'll be good. You don't have to do these, you know, but all right. As much as I'd love to watch you suffer all night, we're going to have to cut the show here. You're at 1 over the line now. You were to reset to 0, but you got 1 during that. So you're at 1. I'm at 4. So I mean, like, if I have to have a ghost pepper, I'm gonna die. Like you're a house with these things. I don't know how. It's just the way that you're built. I don't know. You have metal nipples and you just have taste for hot things. You're struggling hard. I could see.
No, this is definitely a worthy punishment.
Yeah. But all right. Bomb Squad, thanks for listening. We'll talk to you next Monday. Have a great week. Go kick ass. Don't be like Tones and eat ghost peppers. Have a good one.